having my faith in Jesus really anchors me to the purpose of my life. Like, this is truly the kind of bullet journal that is for me. Just going outside, going out into nature truly helps so much. Hello you guys, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Jen and I make faith, lifestyle, and teaching videos. Today I wanted to share with you guys just something that has been on my mind within the last couple weeks, especially in light of it being an election year and just because of life. And so today I wanted to talk with you guys about what to do when you feel overwhelmed. So today I just wanted to share 4 tips on how I would handle stress and anxiety, and I hope they're encouraging to you. But before we get to those, if you have not subscribed to my channel yet, I would super appreciate you doing that. It just encourages me to see people who would like to see my content and would want to see more from me. So if you have not clicked that subscribe button, then I would greatly appreciate it if you would. But just kind of wanting to get into it right away, my first tip for you is to lean on Jesus. Now, I have no idea how many of you that are watching this right now are Christians, or even at that, just even a person of faith. There's just so many things that go on in this world that are out of our control, whether it's something politically, something environmentally, something even personally, just in our own lives that we can't control. And that is very human. That is a very understandable thing to feel and to face because we are human. But having my faith in Jesus really anchors me to the purpose of my life, which the purpose of my life as a Christian is to bring glory to God, to share His gospel, and to live in a way that is biblical. Now, with that, because I have my faith in Jesus, it helps me realize that, yes, I'm living this one life, but life is so much bigger than just myself. There are so many things going on, and that's both comforting and kind of awe-inspiring at the same time to me, if that makes any sense. But having my faith in Jesus and knowing that He is with me in every step of my day as I lean on Him and lean on the Spirit is definitely something that super encourages me in sometimes this very hectic life that we live in. In fact, I really want to read to you guys this one verse that just grounded me all throughout college and even post-college. This verse from Isaiah 26:3. It says, "Thou," talking about God, "will keep him in perfect peace, whose mind is stayed on thee, because he trusteth in thee." It's just such a powerful verse, the promise that God will keep a person in perfect peace, whose mind or whose framework, whose thoughts are stayed on God because that person trusts in God. And there is definitely something to be said about how my faith, a Christian's faith in Jesus and in God, just grounds a person so much and gives us as people so much hope for the future. One more thing about leaning on Jesus and leaning into your faith I wanted to share is to abide in Him and to let your mind continuously dwell on the Lord, to dwell on His word, His promises, whether that's through prayer or through having daily devotions, just whatever it takes to really ask God to give you His strength and to give you His love for, in my case, His love for my students, or His strength to get through a really hard time. Like, truly, God is there and He is and wants to be present with us. And often, a lot of the times, we just need to ask Him through prayer for His strength and for His peace. I would highly recommend doing a brain dump and getting your thoughts out of your head. I love doing this particular thing that kind of goes along with the bullet journaling hobby that I've kind of gotten into, really just for the sake of it being a journal with thoughts in it, where I can really map out the different categories that are in my head. So if you have been following my channel for even just a little bit, you might remember my bullet journal that I got from Amanda Rach Lee with her 2024 planner drop. I'm telling you guys, I absolutely love this planner. The spreads are so beautiful. Like, this is truly the kind of bullet journal that is for me. And I love this bullet journal because, yes, the spreads and whatnot are done for the bullet journal already. So like, let me show you something here. Embarrassingly, I have not yet colored in September's spread, but this is the journal where she has, Amanda Rach Lee or Shop ARL has created this journal to where the doodles, you could say, are already done in them, and certain spreads are already done, but you just can color it in as you can. But I just love pretty things. So anyways, this is kind of what I'm talking about when it comes to having a brain dump. I have chosen to categorize these different brain dumps in different ways. This one over here is specifically for school. This one is personal thoughts. And this last one over here are spiritual thoughts. And truly a spread like this helps me so much to manage my stress and anxiety, because it helps me get thoughts that are out of my head and onto paper. Because sometimes, guys, I'm sure there's some kind of scientific thing about this, but I feel like our brains, at least my brain, tries to hold on to different bits of information because I'm afraid that I'll lose that information, or I feel like I don't want to forget to do a certain thing or to have this certain goal. But truly, writing it down helps me see, for one thing, helps me see how many thoughts are related to school compared to my personal brain dump, compared to my spiritual thoughts brain dump. And my job is my job. I love being a teacher, but at the same time, the job does not pay me to think about it all the time. It doesn't need to stay in my mind. So when I write these things down, it helps me kind of see, okay, I wrote it down, I can let go of it. I don't have to keep thinking about this thing that I need to do kind of long term, or this thing that is a goal of mine. I'm not talking about like everyday to-do list kind of thing. I have another bullet journal for that, and that's my school one. That is really more like a to-do list. But I found that this particular bullet journal really helps me to keep it just for like life in general and more long-term thoughts. My next tip for you guys is to go out into nature. If you live in maybe a more rural area, you might not have the similar things where there's car noises everywhere and planes flying overhead like where I am in Northwest Florida, but all the same, just going outside, going out into nature truly helps so much, whether you're just sitting outside and just enjoying the weather, or even from underneath maybe your porch and you're sitting. And we are back inside because even though my light sweatshirt and shorts are comfortable inside, it is not comfortable long-term outside. But my point stands to where I would highly recommend going out into nature, whether it's something as simple as going out to your front or backyard, just going for a walk. We're really blessed and grateful to have the beach in our area where you can very easily read a book and just hear the sounds of the waves, and it is just so wonderful to have the beach like 20 minutes away from us, or a beach 20 or so minutes away from us. But whatever is available to you, definitely recommend going out into nature. And my last tip for you guys is to try to make time for hobbies and to make time for relaxing. Yes, you know, we have to work, we have to be able to make money and those things somehow to provide for our needs, but that doesn't mean that work or just other responsibilities need to take such high preeminence or whatever in your life. Like, we can have hobbies, we can, you know, just do fun things, go out and do something. For me, I feel like it is major treating myself when I can read a fun book and can just be in that book for 30 minutes, an hour, or whatever. But find whatever hobby you enjoy and truly make time for it. Because if our lives are all about work and all about making sure we hit this goal and this, that, and the other, we will probably very easily get burnt out and very easily lose steam, and even potentially get to a point where we like dread going to work because we spent all of the evening thinking about work the next day. So definitely make time for hobbies and to just relax. But that's it for today, you guys. I hope those tips were helpful and encouraging to you, because all of our lives can get so busy sometimes, but those are my tips on how I handle anxiety and stress. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe if you have not yet, and I'll see you guys in my next video.